I was born in South Boston. That's where most of my family's from. I did grow up in Rochester, New Hampshire. I went to Spalding High School, and that is around the time where I first met Chris.
So I was born in Rochester, New Hampshire, the old hometown, and I grew up East Rochester with basically all the guys in my groomsmen and stuff. You know, they're all the childhood friends.
We met each other at a mutual friend's house in 2004, and you know, we were just hanging out. I thought he was a really cute kid.
It was awkward 14, 13-year-old hangout session, I guess, you know. Like, I think I should express my feelings for her by shoving grass in her mouth and, you know, like rough play, I guess. That was the way you show love.
And he jumped up and slam dunked a basketball hoop, and he came down and fell on me, and I thought, I don't know, my heart just like dropped. I thought he was the cutest thing in the world.
Mind you, it was a 7-foot basketball hoop, so, you know, I thought I was like a boss back then.
Yeah.
In 8th grade.
Yeah. 8th grade, yeah. Our first date, well, I was 14 years old, he was just turning 15, and we went to water country with his cousin and an old friend of mine. And his way of flirting was throwing the rocks at me that he found on the ground.
And it was interesting. Like, I told her I was gonna kiss her in the black slide and stuff. And
he kept telling me online that the day before that he was gonna kiss me in the black tunnel, but he was too shy, so we never got to do that.
Never did, of course. I chickened out because I don't know what I was thinking. I guess it worked out in the end, though. You know, play a little hard to get. Yeah, no game. I was a rookie, that's for sure. Still am, I think.
First kiss? Well, that's easy. We were leaving Spalding. We walked to my friend's house, and it was pouring rain, and he just decided he was gonna kiss me.
I had been preparing this first kiss for weeks, I think. Like, you know, how the hell am I gonna go about this? Because I had no game.
Apparently, I leaned away. I must have been nervous. I don't even remember.
Oh, I should have run for the hills then, but no.
But he said that I leaned back, and he felt really stupid.
But she actually leaned back because she had no idea what I was doing. So, at least that's what she says. I mean, I'm pretty sure she just didn't want to kiss me. I don't know. But.
And it was just kind of a reaction. But
like, get this guy out of here reaction?
Yeah, no. I was nervous and I was excited, but I also didn't know what he was doing, and then he kissed me, and that happened.
There was a little kiss. It wasn't good. Like, for a first kiss, it was not like that magical, like, oh man, we're in love. Yeah, it was a big thing. There was that song by Fat Joe, Lean Back, at the time that was out, so it like fit perfect. Like, I played that for her all the time, just to rub it in. I had to make myself feel better about getting denied the first kiss, but yeah, it was rough on me, but yeah.
I was prepared for the worst. I thought he was gonna, like, you know, strangle me or something. I don't know. He usually, like, does weird things. He doesn't do affectionate things, so I wasn't expecting a kiss.
I've given the poor girl a few concussions.
Yeah.
Accidental.
Out of love.
Yes. Deemed accidental, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure her mother hated me too. Like, she wanted no part of me at first. Thought I was a punk, thought I was a loser, you know, like.
My mom's first thought of him was that he was a little punk, because our first date was at water country. And actually, that's when she first met him. And he was throwing rocks at me, and she just did not like that at all. And she's like, I don't know about this kid. I don't know. He seems like a little punk to me, but I'll give it a shot. And ever since then, I swear my mom loves him more than she loves me, but I won't go there.
My parents, well, I know my mom loved her. Then, like, it ended up being my mom's daughter she never had. So, like, immediately my mom was pumped. But my dad, he probably was just like, give me the pat on the back, like, I'm glad you like girls type thing, you know? But yeah, my mom, like, I'm pretty sure my mom knew before I did that I was gonna be with Sam for the rest of my life, but. Well, her pet peeves about me are probably, I love leaving dishes everywhere. When I use toothpicks or floss picks, I leave them everywhere.
He leaves these toothpicks around everywhere. Everywhere. He's done using them, he'll leave it on the counter, on the chair, on the coffee table, next to his bed.
I claim that I'm gonna reuse them at some point, but I never do. You know, it's just my way out. Like, oh, I'm still using that, it's okay. She's like,
Yeah.
well, then use it right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And he also does that with his milk glasses. He'll get a new milk glass every 15 minutes because he forgets about his old one. And that's why we end up doing the dishes every single day.
I'm sure there's a lot of things I do that bug her, but I go with the flow, I guess. And
Yeah. Yeah. He can't put his socks. The socks are here and the hamper is here. And he can't just put it in there.
oh, socks. I bet it's socks too. She hates when I put socks in the living room.
And I lose my mind. I can't handle that. That is something big.
My pet peeves with Sam, she does this thing with her fingernails where she clicks them. I don't know why, but if we're sitting on the couch and I feel that like click, it just drives me nuts.
Is the thing I do with my finger. I just make this clicking noise and he just can't handle it.
Stop. And it's something so stupid, but I gotta like, yes. I'm like, stop. She's like, what? I'm like, you're clicking. Like I don't even know what to call it. I call it clicking just because it's a click. And I can't handle it.
I don't even realize I'm doing it sometimes, but he gets so angry. So angry. And I think it's hilarious, but.
I'd be a mess if it wasn't for her. My apartment, my house would look like crap, like everything. Like she kind of keeps me in line in a sense. Like she's, I don't know. It's weird, but I hate it. Like she nags, and it doesn't nag, but she pokes. She makes sure it gets done.
I'm a neat freak. Everything needs to be clean around me, and you know.
You spend your evenings cleaning. Like,
yeah.
You can't sit down.
I can't sit down. I can't sit down. I can't just relax. Everything needs to always be planned.
It's almost like a love-hate, I think. Like, I hate the fact that she's so structured and like, you know, she's not nagging me, but you know, she just pokes. She loves to make sure it gets done, and she's persistent. And
Nag.
but nag.
Nag. Okay, yes. I do tend to nag him, would be the nagging. I do tend to nag him a lot.
It's funny. I mean, that's where we're opposites, you know. Like she makes sure it gets done, and I like to fight it. It's good. It's very good. I need it, but I hate it. I don't know. It's a love-hate. Like, but yeah, she keeps me in line.
We have a clean house. We are alive and we're healthy. And you know what? I think that's important.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So everybody thinks that I'm over here abusing Sam, giving her concussions and shoving grass in her mouth. But really, she's the one that's abusing me. We go fishing and she outfishes me all the time. We're out here filming this video and she knows that I hate snakes. What does she do? She finds a snake and picks it up and starts chasing me around with it. I'm supposed to be the man in this relationship and I'm over here running, screaming like a girl, trying to run from the snake. And if that wasn't bad enough, after we're finally done shooting and we're on our way out of the park, Sam decides to lead us down a path that has an 8-foot timber rattler on it, and it comes zooming across the path. At that point, I had about had it. I had enough of snakes. So for all of you that think Sam is such a sweet little angel, she's not.
biggest difference between us, I'm super outgoing, and he would rather just sit at home and just be to himself and not hang around people. That's definitely, yeah.
All right, she's very outgoing, loves people, loves the party, the atmosphere. I'd rather just sit at home and watch a movie and not see anybody. You know, I basically hate people, I guess. I don't know.
He can make me laugh even when I want to kill him. That is one of my favorite things about him, his humor. It's definitely like no other person I've ever met in my life. I think, being passionate is important. Obviously loving each other. But he's always making me laugh. Even when we're fighting, he can somehow turn it right around.
I think that's my favorite thing to do when we're fighting is somehow make her smile and laugh mid-fight. Just because I know it pisses her off that much more, I think. Like, because I made her laugh mid-fight, so she's like, it's not funny!
It makes me
Yes, it is.
really angry, but at the same time, I can laugh about it. So, obviously the fight's not that important if I'm laughing about it. But I think little things like that help. He's given me like 2 concussions in our relationships together, but I guess it was all in love. He was trying to help me get to the basketball hoop, and he put me over his shoulders, and he slipped because he's wicked clumsy and he has humongous feet, and my head landed straight on ice, and I had a concussion, and I was out of basketball for 3 weeks. And we were boxing one time, and he almost knocked me out, but it was all in fun. And when we just recently went back to our high school, Spalding, we were just fooling around, and he put me on the goalpost and just left me there hanging. And I almost fell, and I thought I was gonna break my ankle. But you know what? He ended up coming back for me, and it worked out. The most romantic gesture he's ever done, besides proposing, obviously, this had to have been maybe my 15th, probably around the time I was 15, and it was Valentine's Day. And he kept going in and out of the bathroom at my house, and I'm like, why do you keep leaving me? Let's watch TV in my room. And he's like, sorry, I just had to go to the bathroom. And by that time, he had to end up going back to his mouse. His mom picked him up, and I had to say bye to him. And I was so mad at him because he barely spent time with me the whole time he was at my house. And I ended up going to the bathroom, and he made a bubble bath for me with candles and rose petals. And so I jumped in the bath, and by the time I came out, he had rose petals leading to my bed with a light hung over my pillow, so my whole room lit up red. It was super nice, and he wrote me a really nice card. That was my favorite Valentine's Day.
So yeah, the first time I told her I loved her, I was on the phone in high school, and I was a scared little boy, and I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if she knew what I said, because I just quickly muttered something. And,
mumbled.
Yeah. She's like, what?
Mumbled.
What? I'm like,
Yeah.
No, never mind. I hang up.
Never mind. I'm just gonna hang up on you instead.
Yeah.
I think it was probably the same time. We would talk on the phone every night before bed. We didn't have cell phones at that time, so I pretty much just got yelled at when it was time to get off the phone, and I think we just said it at the same time. Maybe if he said it first, I just said it right back.
So when did you really mean it?
Yeah. What did I mean saying I love you? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
After college, we moved in together, and it was it just kept growing stronger and stronger. It was, and after college, once you get all that stuff out of the way, like, you got everything around you, you start settling down and realizing what's there. And I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do with my life, like this is it. So, yeah.
I truly knew I was in love with him when I was 14. When we met at his friend's house, and he had an outfit on that didn't match at all. His way of flirting was shoving grass in my mouth. I never really met a guy like him. I can honestly say that, and I just knew from there things were gonna work out. Oh my God. Okay. Were you even there?
No, I wasn't there.
Okay, I don't think he was even here for this. But my most embarrassing moment, I was at the Irish Village with my family, and we're hanging around the pool, drinking some beers, and that was when the ice bucket challenges were, popular, and I'm like, all right, I'll do it. This is my time to do it. So I do the challenge, and I nominate everyone, and I pour the bucket over my head, and I had a strapless bathing suit that was no longer there. And I had no idea for, I would say, a few seconds until my mom comes running over with a towel and covers me. And mind you, I had a big audience. That had to have been one of the most embarrassing moments for me.
My most embarrassing moment, I'm taking this one because...
Oh, go for it.
I went up to a lake house in high school, like one of the first summers up there, and I was tubing behind the boat. And I was like half coming off the tube, and my bathing suit came off. So it was on the boat, her mom, dad, and Sam. And I waved them to stop because my shorts had just come off. I don't know what to do. So now I got to swim to the boat, get on the boat naked in front of her mom and dad. And then, right after that happens, I put on a pair of her pants that she had, or shorts that she brought out.
Little red shorts.
Little red shorts, and it wasn't hiding much.
Yeah.
So some friends on the lake that they know pull up on their boat, like, hey, how are you? Good to see you. And I'm like, great timing, guys. Good to meet you.
Chris.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my most embarrassing moment, I think. Like having to live that one. Like, this is me in all my glory. Hey, how are you?
Yeah. Well, most people don't know this, but I've known Chris since, he was 15 years old, and he barely had hair on his legs. And I made him dress up in one of my dresses, and he looked really good in it. And he can actually wear heels really well, which most people probably don't think that. And he looks really good in lipstick. I think he secretly likes Justin Bieber. That's what I think. We've had a lot of memorable dates, but I think my favorite one was recently when we just had a fishing competition. And I beat him. I caught more fish than him, and he hates that about me. But it happened, and I just like doing stuff like that. Our dates are really simple. We just bring some food and beers and just stay out on the lake all day.
I guess when we got engaged, like going on vacation together, like if that's a date, I don't know, that's kind of vacation, I guess. But that was like one of the most memorable times that I'll ever have with her. I'll always remember that. When we went on vacation in Jamaica, when we got engaged on the balcony, like that was, and then we had a photo shoot after that we had planned out, and that was a good one. It was January of 2014. I had plans, we're in Jamaica, I had plans of having this photo shoot and having the guy take a picture on this gazebo out on the pier, and at that time I was gonna drop down and propose. So as we were walking around for lunch that day, just before the photo shoot, we walked by this gazebo pier where I was going to do it, and there was a wedding happening on the gazebo right where I was gonna do my proposal. Of course, I didn't like tell anybody about my proposal. I was just going with it by myself, and I was gonna tell a photographer. And so I ruined that plan, so I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was panicking, even though Sam was admiring the beautiful wedding taking place. I was freaking out. So we went back to the room and got ready for our photo shoot, and I figured it was now or never. I had to propose now, and that way it could turn into a nice photo shoot with, you know, our engagement. And so on the balcony, I was like shaking and proposed to her and kind of...
I got super emotional when he proposed to me. I cried, I laughed, and then I punched him in the arm. I asked him if he was sure about this, and he said yes.
I blacked out. I don't know what I did. I just knew I had a plan going into it, and
yeah.
Here we go. Kind of hung the ring in front of her over the balcony, and first thing she did was grab the ring, like, don't drop that.
The ring almost came off the balcony, but you know what? It's fine. It worked out. Ended up on my finger. It was good. It's good.
It was a planned but unplanned moment, I guess. It just fell into place and worked out perfect.
I had a plan in my life. You know, I always said I was gonna have kids at 29, but where we got engaged, we're gonna be married, we bought a house. I mean, I could see myself being a mom within the next couple of years.
This is a good one. Realistically, I mean, kids scare the out of me, but I do want kids eventually. It's gonna happen. I can't put a number on it because I could ride it out for a long time, or I could, you know, I'm pretty flexible, but I realistically see us, like, you know, in a few years from now, like, we want to settle and enjoy this, you know, this moment that we have now. And so I'd say a few years realistically, but, you know, if she said 13, I wouldn't be opposed. Just kidding.
Oh, if you ask Chris when he is ready to have a family, I mean, he'll say when the time is right, but his time may just never be there. I don't know.
Should we be getting married?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think our future is going to consist of 2 kids.
Hopefully a job.
Yeah, he's currently laid off, you know, side note. I hope, you know, we're gonna have good jobs. I love my job at the animal hospital. I hope we have 2 kids. I'm hoping a boy and girl. And we have our animals, our Obie, Mary, and Acorn. And I hope, you know, we're just gonna continue living out our lives and be happy and not completely angry with each other.
I'm dreading another girl.
Yeah.
So hopefully 2 boys.
Yeah, he's hoping for boys. Everyone thinks we're gonna have a boy, so we'll see.
Down the road.
Down the road. Couple years, 13. I don't know. Chris, I love you. I don't know what I would do without you in my life. As much as I want to kill you, like, you know, 75 to 90% of the time, I know that you are the one for me. And after everything we've been through, I know there's no one else I'd want to be with. And I'm really excited to go down this journey with you.
Hey, Sam. To simply say I love you just wouldn't be enough. We've accomplished so much together, and we've been through so much together, and you've always been right there by my side. And for that, I am forever grateful. I couldn't imagine my life without you, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for our family.
We just want to thank everyone for coming to our wedding. Thank you to our parents who have been there for us these past 13 years. Thank you for helping us with the wedding. It wouldn't be as beautiful as it is without you guys. So thank you so much. We love you very much.